This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole. But the real star of today's show are a group of people who are very near and dear to my heart, that being the Simpit patron team. This is the group that helps support the show to make sure that we are on the air and that we can stay strong and continue putting out a good product. And without them, who knows if we would even be on the air, to be honest with you. So we are here for what I call the Simpit Patron Appreciation Race. This is the day that I get to really make them, the patron group, the real star of the show. Because like I said, they are a huge impact to the Simpit and my life. And without them, things would be much different. Just the ability to continue to grow the channel and stay current and relevant and get things that we need and stay on the air. So I really... this is the least I can do. We host this race, and the winner of the race gets a trophy that I make. So here is this month's trophy. Oh, wait, here. There we go. And it shows you what the combination is. Today we are here at Oulton Park. We're running the big track without chicanes in the Kia Optima, which is a crazy car. This thing is like 390 horsepower. And front-wheel drive. It is very difficult to drive. It is even harder to master. So you can see this is the trophy on the line, waiting for our winner's name. I'll make a plaque to go on it and send them this very trophy, and I'm real proud of it. You can see I've kind of made some changes on the trophy recently, but we are honoring the color of the nation. So Oulton Park being in the UK, we got the blue, red, and white color scheme going. So that's how we came up with the colors for this. So anyway, I made this trophy, I designed it, and the winner will take that home, or have that sent to their home, I should say. So we are under qualifying right now, and we'll get to the times in just a moment on how people are looking out and qualifying. I have my mic muted, I have them muted so that everybody can just kind of concentrate and focus. We have one of the biggest crowds we've had yet for a patron race. I think that's in part to a few things. Number one, it's that holiday time of year. Number two, I think whenever we do a free car, free track, it makes it a little easier for everybody to jump in and do it. And I think word is starting to get out about these trophies, and people want to be on that list of winners. So hopefully that means a good race. I'll tell you, we did a practice race last Sunday, and this car is challenging. Front-wheel drive. Lots of horsepower. It is fast. It is dangerous fast. And controlling it to corner speed to get grip out of those front wheels is very difficult. The other problem we noticed in doing our practice race is actually the fact that the front tires really heat up easily. And if you overdrive the car, you overdo it, it is going to come back to bite you in the butt because your tires will go away from you. And I did find that I could cool them down. It just required braking early, not scrubbing too much tire in the corners, and you could bring those tires back to temperature, and suddenly the car would come back again. So management of the tires is going to be critical for our drivers here. So right now we are 5 minutes into qualifying, coming up on the 5-minute mark. It is about 10-minute qualifying. In a couple minutes, I will turn on the audio. Not hearing much chatter out of the guys right now. They can't hear me. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy today's race. And understand, we have a huge turnout, but it is really limited to that support group, the patron support group for the Simpit. And again, I do this to make them the star of the show each and every month. Because it's again, the least I could do. It's my way of honoring them, showing them off. Because they are the people who are most important to the Simpit. So that is the whole point. I am looking forward to it. I love running the practice race last week just so I can be involved. And I love sitting here calling the action because it's all about them. And that's what we're going to have some fun today with. And again, it is a fun race. It's just in the name of fun, I should say. But again, that trophy is on the line. So I am now, we're going to eavesdrop on their conversation. I hear their chatter coming in. I'm not going to announce my presence yet. I don't want to disrupt anything, but let's go ahead and listen to them.
I had a 1X on the first turn, and that killed my first lap. I would have been quicker.
We'll go ahead and look at that leaderboard now.
That's the only guy I'm worried about.
I'm worried about it less.
Chris Schultes, number one, fastest time we've seen all day. 133.094. Randall McGrew, number 2, 133.106. Those are insane lap times in the Kia at Oulton Park. Howard McMillan. Howard, we haven't seen him out this year. Very fast driver. 133.234. Brian Ostrike sitting in 4th. 133.259. Look at this. Oh, everyone's got to take note. Alesh Mom has been working his butt off.
Alesh.
And he came in qualifying in 5th. 133.793. I think that's faster than any lap I've ever run. Alesh, I bow down to you, my friend. Amir Assad in 6th. Bobby Johnson in 7th. Wouter Van Morik in 8th. Andrew White in 9th. Wayne Roberts in 10th. Let's see. Randall White, David Payne, Kenneth Estep, William Bucho Martinez, and Dave Blair have all posted times. That's our top 15. I know Jack Kirk pulled out of the event, wasn't feeling prepared
I
enough.
see now that I muted myself again.
Morano, Jameson, Landis, Sherman have not qualified, and Sean Cole will not be running in the race. So where are we on the clock? 7:23 on the clock.
Yeah, thanks. Was my best lap ever.
I know.
Hey, Michael,
Keep it up
I'm
during
glad
the
you were
race.
able to join us for one. That's great. Thank you
Yeah,
for
I
joining.
normally spin in the first lap, so don't know why today would be different.
Start your shopping carts. Your groceries
I had
are
on
ready,
the
says
top.
Joa. Lugnut. Oh, man, that's too bad. That is too bad. You're going to miss another one.
think
All right,
about
I'm
it.
going to
It
bring
should
in
be
my
all right,
mic
buddy.
now. Great job. Is Chris in chat? No. Wow, fantastic lap by Chris Schultes in the 777 car, 133.094.
Hello. Holy crap.
Yeah, that is holy crap.
3-3-0.
Hello?
Wow.
Racing?
Alesh Mom
Actually qualifying.
in 5th place with a 133.793.
Yay!
That's amazing.
Go
That's
ahead.
awesome. I don't mean amazing. That's awesome.
Only for a few minutes.
This is going to be an exciting race, you guys.
Oh, I beat Amir. Oh,
It is. You did.
didn't saw it until now.
It's alright, I'll pass you on the inside on that kink again.
I don't know how to make a start, so I like.
Oh shit.
So you got a
Good
box
standing
over
start?
here, a box over here, and a
Yeah.
box up here, something like that.
Get used to it.
So what's the secret? What's the secret for a good start?
Oh yeah,
Anybody
The
knows?
gas pedal.
Amir.
Make sure you're in gear.
Amir, do you remember what happened last time?
Your wheel straight.
Amir?
I did. I didn't mash the gas pedal, so I stayed stationary for a while.
So did you practice that? Because I didn't, but I'm not racing.
What? Me? I didn't practice it, no.
So you
I'm practicing it right now.
It was a challenge, I tell you.
so you go little gas or full gas or what?
Don't go full.
No, don't
Go
go
full.
full.
Full gas, me and Amir stayed still. We didn't move. We just sat there drag burning like the initial heat up your tire burnout where you don't move.
Yeah, it was like a contest of who could blow their tire first.
Amir, Joe is saying that if you keep it on the track today, he'll send you a trophy.
Ooh, okay, I will.
So that's a finishing with 0x.
No, he said as long as I finish the race.
Tony wishing everybody the best of luck.
Good luck, everyone.
Oh,
Alesh.
the lights. Oh, the gridding up. All right, so in our picture-in-picture, we're going to have the leader of the race in the little picture, so you'll always know who's up front. And at this point in time, that is Chris Schultes with that 133.094. That is just amazing lap time.
Yep. Good luck, everybody.
Randall McGrew starting in 2nd. We're going to bring the results down. All right, whoop. There we
Have
go.
fun out there.
Schultes up front in that white and red car on the inside. Correct. Good luck, everybody. Hey, I've been talking about you guys on the stream. Just want to say thank you all so much for being part of our patron group. The ability that you guys have allowed the Simpit to be able to get things we need to keep producing things, whether it be webcams, microphones, lighting, whatever, it's had a huge impact. And I really wonder at times if I'd even be on the air if it weren't for you guys. So thank you so much. Enjoy the race. I can't wait to put one of your names on this trophy. It's a great looking trophy we got this month. Have a fun race. It's a challenging car, and it's hard to even control where you are. So people are going to make some contact. Try to just be respectful. Have fun. Race hard. And we'll put on a good show. Thank you all again. Thank you so much.
The usual dumb question, do we have a pit stop?
No pit stop.
Oh,
You have 255 remaining fast repairs, so
So I found the trick is to mash, get the RPMs all the way up, and then when you drop the clutch, try to keep it around 2,000.
There you go. All right. We have to run out the clock because I'm not joining the race, but I'm in the room. That's why it's making us wait till the bitter end. All right. Missed the start. Yep. Here we go. Looks like we have 20 cars, 19 or 20 cars in the race. Great turnout today. Green flag. And we keep our eye on Chris on the inside there. Actually, look at, oh, I had my, yep, that's him. He dropped back to second place there. Great start by Randall McGrew. Not sure why they lined the cars up that way, to be honest with you. McGrew going in that sharp left-hander, and he's got a little bit of comfort zone room over Schultz. O-Strike up to third spot, and it looks like Amir Assad got a good start, moving up to fourth in that purple car. So it's McGrew, Schultz, O-Strike, Assad, and who is that in fifth place there? We've got Howard McMillan, who's looking really strong. Been a while since we've had here. I've raced on many a race with Howard. He's a great racer, and tire management will be a factor. So as long as everybody stays within reach, it's really going to be who can survive and last in this race as much as drive fast. Our top five are all very fast drivers. As Randall McGrew coming up over the hill. At times, it's hard to just keep the thing on a track. It just wants to go. It's such a tough car to drive. McGrew maintaining that lead, and it looks like if he can get through this final corner, he will be our leader of lap one of 20 laps total. Little bit of a breakaway, little bit of a room between Schultz and O-Strike, but not too much. So our top five still do stay together a little bit. And Bobby Johnson really trying to hang in there as well. In sixth place, he's still part of that group as Amir has to take a little bit of a defensive line that time as Howard McMillan starting to give him a little bit of pressure as they come over that little right-hander into one of the hardest corners, this left-hander. Very long left-hander in these front-wheel drive cars. 390 horsepower, I believe. Front-wheel drive, not an easy combination. And looking back through the grid at this point, Bobby Johnson currently running in sixth. Alesh Mom, he's running in seventh place, looking good. Wayne Roberts currently in eighth. Randall White in ninth place. And then Woot Woot Van Murick rounding out our top 10 at this point.
I was thinking how long I'm gonna look at that. Thanks, guys.
Looking back through the grid, more David Payne in 11th. William Bucho Martinez in 12th. 13th, I believe, will be Heiko Sherman. And then Dave Blair in 14th. And I think somebody must have had some trouble. Looks like Andrew White had something go wrong. He was in 12th, but now back in about 16th spot. And Tyson Landis back in 17th. Looks like Kenneth Estep and Andrew White might have had some contact, because Kenneth Estep's car is in all sorts of a mess at this point.
Isn't it, though?
Back up to the front with our leaders as they complete lap number 2. Now on lap number 3. McGrew still out front. Schultz about the same gap, but Brian Ostrike has really closed up in that third spot as our top 3 have a little bit of a breathing room over fourth place. Amir Assad still very much in contention, and along with him Howard McMillan, but looks like something happened to, oh, there he is. What happened to Wayne Roberts? Nope, not Wayne, I'm sorry. It was Bobby Johnson. Bobby Johnson was in 6th place. Must have had an off-track moment. Like I said, it's hard to stay on top of all the little... So easy to make mistakes in these cars. The front-wheel drive, you get them off the track, and they just don't really want to come back on the track. And that's all it takes to give up a couple of spots. We saw a lot of that in the practice race. Randall White in 9th. Bobby Johnson in 8th. 7th is Wayne Roberts. 6th, Alesh Mom up to 6th place. Howard McMillan hanging on to 5th. That top 5 now clearly is broken away from the second group, with Howard McMillan running in 5th, Amir Assad in 4th, Brian Ostrike in 3rd, Chris Schultes in 2nd, and still leading the way. Sits taking the lead on the first corner, Randall McGrew, and you can see Brian Ostrike maybe looking to make a move on Schultes and take that second position back. And this bunches up that top 5 together. They're all really staying together, running clean. And we see a car coming out of the pits. And I believe that was Woot Woot Van Morik, who's just trying to stay out of the way there. Top 3 get by. Here come 4 and 5. No trouble there as they put him a lap down. And something bad must have happened to Woot there. He was running strong before that incident. And you can see the gap now between Howard McMillan running in 5th and that second group now led by Alesh Mom running in 6th, with Wayne Roberts right behind him, and a little battle for 6th and 7th. Bobby Johnson in 8th, having to defend against Randall White in 9th, trying to move up through the grid. And David, bring on the pain, just picking up some spots up into a top 10 position now. And we'll look back up front with the live action. McGrew still looking like he can just run strong enough to keep him off him. Not really having to run the mirrors too much, with about a 3-4 car length gap at times. Except here, just as I say that, Schultes gets a little bit closer than we've seen in a while. Maybe getting a little tired of dealing with the O-Strike behind. Besides, it's time for me to make a move for that front position. As they come into that final corner. This is a tricky corner. It takes so much patience. When you have someone pressuring you, it's hard to be patient. But if you don't do it right, it's easy to go off track and easy to even make that left-hander, as this front-wheel drive car at times, especially at high speed, just does not want to work with the power. More power is right. Mo power, baby. I agree. This car, it's got more power than it can handle. 380, thank you for the correction, Josh. 380 horsepower. Front-wheel drive. It's like an upside-down or inside-out or backwards supercar. Schultes still in 2nd. Ostrike in 3rd. Little bit of a gap now to 4th place. Amir Assad. Howard McMillan staying right there. All 5 of these cars could still win this race. That is definitely doable with the way, again, we're getting right into that range. If you're over driving to stay with them, you're heating your tires. At some point, you're going to have to recognize that, because it'll get worse and worse on you, and you'll find your steering and your braking just gets worse and worse throughout the race. You got to manage those tires. That is as much part of the game as we are on lap 5 of 20 total laps. I can tell you from experience, 20 laps in these cars is brutal. They are a handful to drive, and you are always on the wheel trying to make the car do something, and it fights you the whole way around. And 20 laps is a lot to deal with. I think now would probably be a good time to go in car, let me get a little break on my vocals. Why don't we get inside of this 3rd place car, a Brian Ostrike, and see what it's like trailing our top 2 at this point in time.
Now we can race with the broken cars, I do.
Sorry where the hell I hit. Couldn't tell where it was. Hit the grass and that was it. I think he took out Heiko. Oh shit. Sorry, Heiko.
380 horsepower. It's kind of scary to think a bunch of soccer moms running around in that. Alright, back with our TV cameras. In that time, you can see we have a little more separation between our top 5 drivers. Amir Assad in 4th, not quite keeping the same pace, and McMillan all up on his bumper now as they go through that quick right-hander into a very slow on the brake left-hander. McMillan looking to the inside, a little kiss of the bumper even, and that only gave Assad a little bit more momentum actually, and gave him a little slingshot off the corner, increasing that gap. And now back to the front. Look at this. What a stellar performance. Randall McGrew, 34.213 last time by. Chris Schultes, 34.289 last time by. Ostrike, 34.638. And that's how it looks on our TV as we see a little bit of a gap between those three. And the best battle in our top 5 is definitely for 4th place. Amir Assad using some bumper, using some curbing, getting that thing sideways, and then back on the gas. As McMillan just staying right there, looking for a mistake, so he can pounce upon it and maybe take that 4th spot. Oh, and speak of which, a little bit of off the road that lets McMillan get a little bit of speed, but maybe not enough. They're going into a dangerous spot to be side by side, but McMillan checks the brake, and Amir goes wide into the dirt and just narrowly escapes hitting the tires or any barriers. Oh, but Wood is there as well. Almost. Amir went off track. Bad moment, but it probably made about as much as you could make out of that, maintaining 5th, but leaving a much bigger gap now. He's closer to fighting for that 6th spot at this point than the position he had given up in 4th. Howard McMillan now in 4th, all alone, and he can focus his energy on trying to catch back up to that top 3 group, which is the same as it's always been. Ostrike running in 3rd, Schultes in 2nd, and McGrew running in number 1. We are on
Tires
lap
are definitely struggling.
8. Oh, tires starting to go. We're hearing drivers talk about tires. We knew that was going to be the case from the practice race. McGrew, 35 lap time. Let's look at these laps by our leader and see what kind of fall off we're seeing. Move this to race. So 33 is the beginning of the race. 33.1 match and qualifying speeds. 33.3, 33.4, 33.8. Then we see it kicking into 34s and now potentially into the 35. So even our lead cars definitely showing signs of tire wear. They should not need to pit. They got the fuel, the tires will make the distance, and I gotta tell you, it's more about heat than actual tire wear. They will be worn, don't get me wrong, but right now they're suffering heat issues as much as anything else. Throwing these cars around, they just resist you. They do not want to turn. These cars do not want to race, but you know what? Here they are making a great race for us, at least entertainment-wise. Let's go through the grid a little deeper into the grid. You got that picture-in-picture keeping you on top of that top 3 battle. So we got Randall McGrew leading the way, Schultes in 2nd, Ostrike in 3rd. 4th place, McMillan, the hard charger, and Howard McMillan trying to reel them back in. Looks like he's getting closer, might be making up time. Amir Assad still in 5th, and I see a car in danger. Not sure who that is. Looks like that's Heiko Sherman having a little trouble there. Staying well off the track as here comes the cavalry. Led by Alesh Mom in 6th place. Wayne Roberts in 7th. Trying to make a move. Alesh driving really good, not making mistakes. And Wayne Roberts is all over him as we have a Heiko doing some rally. He's a great rally driver. Probably feels more comfortable in the dirt in this car than on the road. And it looks like Lesh Mom's doing a great job of keeping speed where he needs to prevent off any real good charge. But Wayne Roberts has been all over him for a long time now. And just looking here and there, looking left, looking right. Where can he make a move? Sometimes it just requires waiting for him to make a mistake. Looking back through the grid, Wayne Roberts in 7th. Bobby Johnson, who is, I believe, in 5th at the start, had that incident in 8th. And just kind of patiently waiting behind these two cars ahead of him now, 6th and 7th, keeping good lap times, making it hard for him to move his way back up the ladder. Randall White running in 9th place, and David Payne in 10th. So you can see at this point, positions 6 through 10 are right here grouped together. 4th and 5th are kind of in no man's land with Howard McMillan and Amir Assad. And then we have our top 3 still battling. David Blair running in 11th. Andrew White running in 12th. Kenneth Estep running in 13th. William Buto Martinez in 14th. Woot Woot Van Rorik, I believe he's in 15th at this point. And it looks like Heiko's either getting some work done on the car or has called it a day. Back up front, Randall McGrew leading the way still, 35.216 last time by. Maybe a little bit bigger, maybe the biggest lead we've seen yet, as Schultes might either have made a mistake or two or is starting to really suffer some tire consequences. Get it? Tire consequences.
Brian
Ostrike all over him in 3rd, and this is a great battle. I think we're going to stay right here and watch this battle. As Howard McMillan still trying to reel him in back there in 4th. You can see him in the picture from time to time. PS4, I typically don't race in the trophy races. So on the line for today's race, right here, the Simpit Patron Appreciation. Kind of hard to see on this camera. Really nice looking trophy. I like this one a lot. We got the map layout of Oulton Park, along with the logo for the car and track. We've got the Great Britain theme going to honor the country of the track. Just waiting for our winner's name. Oh, these cars are fun to throw around. You really do have to throw them around at certain times. I'm not saying it's the fastest way. I'm not saying it's the best way of the tires, but there are times you feel like you're just kind of throwing it in the corner and hoping you can catch it. And real good battle right now. Ostrike all over Schultes for 2nd. And at this point, you look at that margin between 1st and 2nd. Oh! Ostrike to the inside. Not a lot of room for 2 cars. Not a lot of room to make that left from the outside lane, but he gets it done, but loses some speed in doing so, and that let Schultes get back up front. You see them both kind of whip it into turn 1 there. Then over this little kink right, and into that hard left-hander. Lots of braking here. Easy to make a mistake there when you're trying to be fast, when you're trying to keep someone away from you. Easy anywhere, any corner in this car, it's easy to overdrive it. Just trying to make sure that guy behind you doesn't get a run. There, yep. There, yep. You see Ostrike closing up under braking. Maybe overlapping fenders just a little bit, but Schultes gets a better run on the outside, carries speed, and back into 2nd place again.
Go ahead, Heiko.
Oh, here he comes again. I've been too wide in this corner, and you know what? 1 + 1 equals 1 car left on the track. That's my math. Oh, a mistake. Schultes goes wide, loses speed, and Ostrike just cruises through into 2nd place. That's what I'm talking about. These cars, someone's driving it well. You almost have to wait for that moment that they just get, you get those front wheels off the track, and that's your drive wheels. You lose all your momentum, and then you have to pounce. You have to pounce immediately like a cat, and Ostrike did a great job of doing that, moving into second place. Now, the big question will be, can he keep Schultes off of him? Will he drive in his mirrors? And can he reel back in McGrew? Schultes is now sandwiched between Ostrike and McMillan, who in fourth place is now suddenly back in the fight for a podium spot. Now, the sensible people would now start saying, all right, well, maybe we need to start watching lap times. So next time by, we're going to have to start looking at those lap times between now in second place, Brian Ostrike. You know, it was always on Schultes to maintain position and try to maintain that gap between second place and first. Now it's on Ostrike. With the difference in order, will it affect their ability to gain, or is this just a case where McGrew has just checked out? And I just noticed that my leader of race is not on leader of race, is it? Let's try to make some repairs to our stream here. Bear with me, everyone. That's not right. Well, we'll do it the hard way. There we go. Sorry about that, everyone. How unprofessional. Alright, now we have it the way we want to be. We're watching that battle. Oh, Schultes, he's not done with Ostrike. No, he isn't. Now he's the one pestering, looking left, looking right, trying to make a move, trying to drive Ostrike into some sort of mistake, and McMillan is now there. We are bumper to bumper to bumper, and this really benefits one person. This moment right here benefits McGrew, as he is just going to maybe increase that lead. So right now the gap between first and second place is 3.2 seconds, and you can see positions 2, 3, and 4 all right together. And then we have about a 12-second gap back to Amir Assad in 5th place, and he is now the one in no man's land, all alone. You can see a ripple on the left front of that car. I've been there with about that kind of damage, and maybe a little bit of top speed performance, but it's still on him to maintain tire heat more than that damage is really killing him. Now, it ain't helping him either, I'll tell you that, but it's probably not hurting him that badly at this point in time. Lesh Mom. Oh, something must have happened because Wayne Roberts is missing from the action. Wayne Roberts, something must have happened. Do we need to... it's so hard to reverse. I'll only screw that up. So Lesh Mom still in 6th place, but now it is Bobby Johnson back up one more position, trying to get his top 5 back in action, which will be a tall order, but that's where he was. I'm sure he'd like to get back up there. You can see Amir Assad at the end of this straightaway as Lesh Mom comes into that right-hander. Final corner. Bobby Johnson looking everywhere. You can see tires now. Really a factor. And those who have protected their tires are going to really be able to keep a better pace and make better runs off the corners, allowing him to take a look at nearly every braking zone. And tires, getting off the corners, everything in this little car. And since they have to milk them or nurse them all the way to the end of the race, you can see here where it's just going to allow faster drivers who saved them to maybe pick up some spots here at the end. And it makes it that much harder to stay on the track as well, to be honest with you. So at this point, Randall McGrew's gap is down to 2.8. So it looks like Brian Ostrike and company are starting to reel him in just a little bit. A couple of tenths, at least on the last time by. And considering they're in a battle, maybe they've gotten into formation and turned it into a 3-man draft coming after him. Brian Ostrike looking really strong today in the closing laps. We are lap 15. So we'll be 5 laps to go. Did I do my math right? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 5 laps to go.
Oh, fuck.
The gap is now 2.7. Oh, those are not good words to hear on an open mic. Oh,
Sorry.
uh-oh.
Sorry.
Looks like something's going to happen. Bobby Johnson now in 6th place. Alesh Mom missing
Tires.
in
Gone.
action.
No brakes.
Yeah, Randall White up to 7th, just patiently moving up, and so is David Payne. He should be now scored in 8th, and he is. And there's Alesh. He's held on to a top 10. He's in 9th. That's Heiko Sherman in 16th right behind him. And 10th place is Wayne Roberts, who recently had a moment, which again in these cars is very easy to do. All right, let's go back to that battle for 2nd place. Things starting to heat up. Howard McMillan right there, maybe looking again. This is an interesting spot where you have 2nd place leading over 3rd and 4th, because one of these guys will not be on the podium if things finish as they are, and that will only get more intense as the laps are starting to close in, because yes, this is lap 16 coming to a close. You can see Randall McGrew up ahead. There he is going through the final corner, using a lot of curbing, using a really good conservative driving line there. That is the no trouble driving line, which is really good to see in the closing laps. And that gap is now 2.8, so he gained a 10th that last time by, as we are now 4 laps from the end of this race. And again, look at this battle for 2nd at this point. Brian Ostrike in that blue car.
Well, your front is really dead, isn't it?
Chris Schultes in that white car. Kind of looks like a little bit of a Alfa Romeo type of paint scheme, or maybe, I don't know. He's in the Kia paint scheme. What am I talking about? And Howard McMillan there, still in 4th. He's been very patient all day, picking up spots. But like I said, we're now 3.5 laps from the end of this race. At this point in time, I don't think anybody's going to be, pending a mistake, I don't see how anyone, the way Randall's driving right now, driving fast, using up all the track, but really being conservative. You don't see him putting the car in danger. And that is translating into a very fast, consistent race. And at this point, in order to catch him, people are going to have to drive so hard that they're going to be prone to mistake. People are going to drive so hard that even in the closing laps here, with tires already hot, they're going to overheat them. And again, every time by, you see perfection there. 35.5 last time by for McGrew. This time by 35.6. Looking at the gap, well, he lost 1/10, but he's still got a 2.7 second margin over Ostrike. Whoop, there we go. Who now has at least a car length or two over Schultes. The bigger battle now almost for 3rd between Schultes and McMillan. And having a very, very quiet race today. All alone in 5th is Amir Assad. I'm not even sure you could call this a race as much
Hi,
as...
Amir.
Hi, guys! Amir is very lonely. Here we go. The battle for 3rd heating up. Lap 18. Halfway through lap 18. 2.5 to go. McMillan looking for a final podium spot on Schultes. Oh, using a lot of curb there. One false move and you're dead, though, at these speeds. Ostrike getting a little bit of breathing room. Looking like 2nd might be locked up for him at this point. And speaking of locked up or locked in, Randall McGrew coming through the final corner. 2 laps to go. Staying well within the limits and boundaries there. Making it very hard for anybody to catch him. As we see maybe a move for 2nd. For 3rd, McMillan on the outside. Carries some speed into 3rd. Schulte's back to 4th, no longer on the podium. But the battle's not over yet. Actually, it looks like McMillan got a really good run. Can he keep the wheels on the track? Oh, just touching the grass, you lose so much speed. Looks like he's got pretty comfortable, safe margin for 3rd place at this point. Ostrike in 2nd. McGrew a lap and a half to go before we engrave his name on the trophy. McMillan trying to reel in Ostrike with a lap and a half to go for 2nd place, perhaps. He is definitely on the move, looking very fast. Throwing caution at the wind. There is no trophy for 2nd, though. There's no trophy for 3rd. But they're racing hard. Love to see it. Oh. All right, what's the gap? The gap is Oh, the gap has grown. 2.9 seconds last time by as we see Randall McGrew coming to the line for the second to last time because he'll be taking the white flag here. Check my math, make sure I'm right. Yep, lap 20 of 20. White flag for Randall McGrew. And with that white flag and a 2.9, nearly 3-second margin, pending something catastrophic, he is going to win the Simpit November Patron Appreciation Race. And we look back, McMillan has caught up to Ostrike. 3/4 of a lap to go. Battle for 2nd on the final lap of this great race. It's been a very fun race for me to call. Lots of action. And it looks like Schulte's, outside of these two coming together, Schulte's going to have to settle for 4th, it looks like. McMillan running out of time. Ostrike still running very fast, holding 2nd. McGrew checks out for the win. Just a few corners to go at this point. Can't really make a move in this fast kink, but it does set up the next section. And you can see that McMillan got a better run. Squeezing to the inside. Ostrike maybe just kind of makes sure there's not any extra room for him there. Holds him off, and that should maintain 2nd. Couple of corners from that result. But let's go back up front because it is Randall McGrew. Randall McGrew to the final corner. And coming to the line, it's McGrew for the win in the Simpit November Patron Appreciation Race. Oh, it's a beauty of a trophy. One of my favorites yet. I learned new techniques on this special trophy. So this is one of a many to come, but one of the first of a new style. And we're going to get his name, get his address, get that sent out to him. Really, really good job, Randall McGrew. And this is sort of one of those winner-take-all events. But let's go through our grid and see how things played out in the end. Randall McGrew winning the race. Brian Ostrike holding on to 2nd place. Howard McMillan almost putting the fight on. Finishes in 3rd in the end. Chris Schulte started in 1st on the outside for some reason, thanks to this track. And that could have been a big factor in the way things played out, to be honest with you. Inside, outside. Amir Saad finishing in 4th. Bobby Johnson claws his way back to 6th. Randall White in 7th.
Winner.
David Payne finishing in 8th. Alesh Mom in 9th. Wayne Roberts finishing in 10th. Blair.
Good job, guys.
White.
Congrats, Randall.
Estep. Morick. Shorman. Martinez. Landis. And Jameson are our final finishing order. Actually, it looks like Jameson didn't take the start as well. Anyway.
Oh my god, who was that that just went flying?
I know, Alex, that was on purpose because I did let him attack you.
And there's our winner, Randall McGrew, putting on a stellar performance.
That was
Started in 2nd place, put on a really nice start,
beauty.
and took the lead going into what is basically the first corner. And that is how things played out. He had to fight him off. I mean, the first half of the race, it was a 5-man pack fighting for the lead. Even in the closing laps until lap 15, he had, whether it was Schultes or Ostrike, he had either one of them right there in distance to strike. And in the end, he was able to get a little bit of a margin as the battle for second place turned into a big thing. And maybe it was just enough for him to be able to stop watching the mirrors and really let those tires stay cool and get the most out of that car. So great job, great finish by Randall McGrew. Brian Ostrike in second, Howard McMillan in third, Schultes fourth, Amir Assad in fifth. Great job, you guys. Really fun to watch. You guys put on a really good show. Oh, they're figuring out you have to do backwards and reverse.
Yep, reverse donuts.
Like I said, these cars are inside out, backward, or upside down. One or the other, I'm not sure. But you guys, that was really cool. Really great racing. Really great racing.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks all.
Just
So much pressure.
it was like
Lots of fun.
everyone was super fast. It was just a matter of who was going to just put one. It wasn't even two wheels. It was one wheel off, and you lost all your momentum. And it was like, oh, one touch of the tire to the grass, and I just lost 2 spots because it was that tight.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
That was pretty fun.
Great job, Howard. That was awesome. Good run at the end there.
I could not catch Randall.
Yeah, I tried saving some tires, see if I could make a run at it, but guess not.
Yeah, you could see that. You could see that Howard had tires at the end, but you still got to get around guys, and if they don't make mistakes, it's just there's not a lot of room to get around in these cars. If they're using the car well, there's just no room to pull up next to them without jeopardizing your line more than theirs.
Yeah, that's 100% what I was doing, was just trying to save tires for the second half of the race in case I had to fight somebody.
That was awesome. That was awesome. What a great race. All right, so also customary with this event is me doing a drawing for a Simpit shirt and mouse pad amongst the patron group, but I like to do that on the pit stop now. So everyone's going to have to wait. On Friday's pit stop, we're going to have a lot of results to cover. We're going to have the finale for both of our road and oval series. We're going to have 2 weeks worth of rally update. We're going to have our patron appreciation race. And then we're also going to be able to announce the remainder of our Simpit holiday racing schedule, Friday and Sundays. Actually on Saturdays as well. Friday, Saturday, and Sundays with various different just fun events all the way through the new year. And we'll be streaming a lot of those. Actually, multiple streamers. If you haven't, get into our Discord group, especially if you're a streamer out there. We have a cool spreadsheet going around with people's various different names, because you might have a different name on Twitch or on YouTube or on iRacing,
next race.
and the ability to link to your channel if you're out there streaming. Because if you race with us, I want people to have the opportunity to watch from anybody's perspective. You know, if I'm in 13th, maybe I'm boring you. Maybe it's time to get over there and watch somebody else's stream. So we'll have as many of those as available when we're doing our races. So anyway,
Thanks for hosting, Sean.
awesome, you guys. You're very welcome, and thank you all. Thank you all so much. Great job, Randall. I will talk to you about where to send this thing. I'm gonna go put your name and date on the plaque and get that put on the front of the trophy and get that ready to go. I have a bunch of trophies. They're all going out this week. I promise. Oh, I'm so bad about sending things. I promise. There's a whole bunch of people waiting on stuff. They're all going out this week. Guaranteed. So, Randall, you actually get express service. You'll be like, no, Sean's pretty good about it. No, he's not.
I'm still waiting on my sticker.
Can you put my Twitch name on there instead of my actual name?
Yes, I can. I can totally
You
do
can
that.
do it.
I just have to make myself a note. But yes, I will do that. I'm going to literally do it right now. So, yeah, no problem.
Hey, Sean,
Just do
don't forget
it
about
like a
what we're
regular
doing
name with a
tomorrow.
space.
Yeah, so like Finney Space McFinger.
Yeah.
You got it.
Thanks, Sean.
Except for I've never done a little C, but I will.
Oh, if it's all the same size, it's fine.
All right.
Hey Amir,
Yo.
The cup race, that's at the Legacy, Texas, right?
Whichever one's the free one.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
wait. What are we doing tomorrow? What are we?
Tomorrow we're doing Delara F3s at Monza.
That starts at 10 a.m. my time, right?
10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yep.
And this is open to anyone, right?
Anyone that is a member of our Simpit community. So we'll give the password out in our Discord first. Then once everybody's in, we'll give it out to the stream.
So if you really want to be hip and get in there right when the room opens, you want to get in our Discord so you can get the password there. And then you can come race where. So Delara F3, I heard F3, not P217, right?
Delara, yes, Delara
Yeah.
F3 at Monza is going to be a fixed setup. It'll be let's say about a 45-minute race.
Oh, I'm totally down for that.
Hopefully, yeah, not going to do no pit stops, no nothing, just race your butt off.
Oh, I love it. I'm in.
Right?
I'm in. 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'll be streaming it here. You can get into our Discord and see the links to everyone who's going to be streaming it tomorrow because a few of us will be. And that's it. I'm going to go eat. I'm starving. I'm just yeah, I got to eat. Anyway, all right, that's going to do it. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you, Simpit Patron Group. You guys, it's been a really, really good year in some really hard times. So my thank you means that much more. Literally that much more. So thank you all so much for supporting the show. That's going to do it for this one. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole. Those guys are the pit crew. And we will see you on the track.
Bye.
Hey, Sean.
Next close.